This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome back to continuing Edmonton Oilers camp coverage here on Dolynny TV. First thing I gotta say, waking up this morning and seeing that Seth Griffith video over 1,000 views, that was insane. Not something I expected, right? Normally, for us here on Dolynny TV, when we talk about a player mid-grade, like not anywhere to the NHL roster kind of quality, usually it doesn't end up like that. So thank you to everybody that's tuned into that video. And what I want to say to get this one going, as well as we'll continue to talk about camp in this video, is as we prepare for the season, big thing was crossing 8,500 subscribers before puck drop on January 13th. We have done that today. Thank you so much for that. And with that, if you're new to the channel, take the next 9 minutes or so to consider sticking around by hitting that subscribe button and staying tuned for what's going to be an excellent season of Oilers hockey upcoming. That said, let's get to it. Not much more. And sorry if anyone's wondering why I keep asking for the subscribe. I haven't done that over the course of my YouTube career very well, and I got to make sure I do that a lot better going forward, because I want people to stay tuned, right? I don't want you to just come by once. I want you to keep coming by and giving your thoughts. And if you've got something to contribute, you might make me think twice on something, as some people very much so have over the course of the past 2 years. So with that, let's get to this Edmonton Oilers group. I've let you have that extra 30 seconds to look at the lineup. How about you look at it a little bit bigger, eh? I'll give it to you. All right, so there's two big groups forming here with the Oilers as to how things are shaken down, and read into these lines a lot more than you would read into the lines, say, 2-3 days ago. These are solidifying to be opening night lineup lines, and I'll break down how it looks. Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Kassian on the top line. Cahoon, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, that is your second line. Archibald, Turris, Puljujarvi, that is your opening night third line by my judgment of things right now, unless by some miracle James Neal is ready to go. Then you've got this weird line, Quine, Marody, Cracknell, which very well could be your three taxi squad players up front for this team. We talked about Seth Griffiths. We'll get to that complication in a moment. Ennis, Kara, Chason. Sorry, I saw Nygaard and flinched. Is the fact that that most likely is your fourth line to start without James Neal in the lineup. Nygaard, Shore, Russell, those are guys that are competing for the 13th, 14th forward slot for the time being, because there's an opening in the lineup that isn't filled by James Neal at present. We go. That's out of the way. And then you've got Nygaard, Shore, Russell, like I said, and then James Neal as well. So you've got a total of, 7 guys to fill 5 holes, essentially, within that taxi squad 13th, 14th forward role for us as Oilers fans. So, okay, great. Dandy. You know what your main top 7 priority guys are. Even if James Neal is in the lineup, technically as it sits right now, he is one of those 7 because of the injury. He's on the ice today. This is kind of the key, right? Dave Tippett said morning session, afternoon session. Today's sessions will be dedicated to special teams play. So what you see is James Neal more than likely just taking a couple of reps, making sure he's ready in some capacity to go when he gets back, because right now he hasn't taken any 5-on-5 reps, which means to me that he will more than likely be held back on the season opener. All right. Darnell Nurse, Ethan Bear, Caleb Jones, Adam Larson, Chris Russell, Tyson Barrie. There's your top 6 to open the season. Now, what you need to read in here is Cuckoo, Bouchard are the next pair on the depth chart and will be on the depth chart and ready to go for opening night. So now the question is, we've talked 5 seconds ago about the 13th, 14th forward situation and how you've got 7 guys competing for that. In fact, does it end up being 7 guys competing for 1 spot, and I guess that ends up opening it up larger. 7 guys competing for 4 spots only, because you've got the 3 taxi squad available as well, because at the end of the day, you've seen what you've seen in the scrimmages from Evan Bouchard. You've seen what you've seen out of his season over there with Soderge. Now what do? Well, do you get Evan Bouchard that full-time roster spot, or is he taxi squadding it? And I think Evan Bouchard at this point will be full-time with the Oilers by the looks of everything we are seeing here in camp. Everybody's sitting here talking about how mature, how professional his game looks, and how ready he is to go, how in shape, how ready. Like, I think ready is the only word you can say. And I mean, when you talk about somebody getting praised for being ready to go, that means that he's leaps and bounds ahead of some of the other guys in terms of being ready to start the season. And well, Evan Bouchard, after playing that season pro over there in the Hockey Allsvenskan, well, that's where we could be talking. He is ready to go. So that's Evan Bouchard. Legason, the 9th defender, and more than likely your taxi squad defenseman. Now you've got Benson, McLeod, Griffith, Quine, Marody, and Cracknell in the afternoon session. So there is one line that's in there from the morning session. So yeah, you know what? Quine, Marody, and Cracknell, they'll be given the fair shake in the next 2-3 days to make this roster. There's still chance for them. Problem is Benson, McLeod, and Griffith. I don't know what's going on there, but that looks like they will be going down to start this season based on how this lineup looks right now. Now everything's subject to change. Injuries can still happen. I can be wrong. The depth chart can look wrong. However you want to say it. Benson probably still has a very good shot to make this team. Griffith, in a limited role on the taxi squad, more than likely has a shot to make this team if there is a 13th, 14th forward situation. Ryan McLeod probably done. Cooper Marody, Alan Quine, Adam Cracknell, they're all going to get their fair shot at minimum at the taxi squad. So, end of the day, where are we sitting? We're sitting. A lot of questions to still be answered, and that's the beautiful part of this. And of course, you look at how the morning session and the afternoon session goalies line up. Koskinen, Smith, Skinner, Forsberg, kind of in those 2 different sessions. Then you've got Lundstrom and Niemelainen on with the afternoon session. And I guess if the Oilers are to carry 10 defensemen total, so right, that 8 on the main squad, 2 on the taxi squad, Lundstrom, Niemelainen, they're sitting there battling for that final spot, and I don't think it's going to be much of a question as to how it all boils down. You've got a total of seven total left-hand shot defensemen at camp, and then you've got a total of right-hand shot defensemen 4, and it looks like as well Ryan Stanton is done and dusted at this point. So that is the update as it currently looks like. Another day gone by, or another day starting, however you want to look at it here. As now, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we will be inside the last 3 days before puck drop. And yeah, day 3, puck does drop at 8 p.m. Might as well, for some people out in Newfoundland, the day is pretty much 99% over as the puck drops at 11:30 p.m. Out in Newfoundland time, I believe. So enjoy that. But we're getting close, and I mean the roster math, it keeps adding up. It's complicated at best. And you go to Twitter. Let me just waste a couple minutes of your time here. See if I can find the NHL and Edmonton Oilers insider list here. See if we get going here. Let's see, others hitting the NHL waiver wire today. Joseph Gambardella. Oh man, you kidding me? Chris Johnson misspelt Gambardella's name. So Joseph Gambardella is on waivers for the Oilers today. And then you've got Casimir Kaskizu. He's the former Toronto goalie that was vlogging the bubble experience. Ben Harper with Nashville, Michael McCarron, and there is part of it. So the Oilers do have Joe Gambardella on waivers today to head down for the AHL season, ladies and gentlemen. That's your other news. See, I promised you something if I went to Twitter. I got it for you. All right, I'm gonna head out. We're gonna get going on some other videos today. I'll get that Joe Gambardella news up, and we'll talk in a little bit here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've considered hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't, that's okay too. We'll hopefully impress you in another video later today. I'm up on out of here.